All right, absolute value backward. So now we have a double inequality, and the challenge here is to put it together using absolute value notation. So let's look at that inequality. X is in between -2 and 4, not including the endpoints. So this is the little diagram representing number line where you have -2, 4 marked, and the domain here is in between -2 and 4. If you recall absolute value notation, let me quickly remind you, A is less than, let's say, B. So this is equivalent to A being in between B and -B. Okay, so if A is at the center, so there is B units to the right, B units to the left. So given our question, why don't we find a midpoint between -2 and 4? So midpoint, so we add a -2 and 4 divided by 2, and we get 1. So now our midpoint is at 1 here. So we have the same number of units to the right, since this is the center of that interval, and to the left. So what is the distance? The distance here is 3 units. Same here, 3 units. So if I gave you the statement absolute value of x is less than 3, you would know that the center is at 0, and you have 3 units to the right, 3 units to the left. Now, in our case, the center has been shifted 1 unit to the right. So, in this case, x minus 1, absolute value is less than 3, would be the answer to the question. Okay, so I'm sure you're now clear on that, how to create an absolute value notation given an interval. So let's move to the next case where I have x is less than -3, or x is greater than 5. Actually, let's do greater or equal, less or equal. So using the visual number line, say 0, -3, and 5. So in this case, you are equal and more than 5. You are equal and less than -3. So this is the two separate intervals. So how do I find interval absolute value notation using these two intervals? Well, the same concept. Let us find the midpoint in between -3 and 5. So the midpoint, -3 plus 5 divided by 2. So this is again 1. Okay. So marking the midpoint, we know now that there is a 4 units to the right, and the distance is 4 units to the left. So if the center was at 0, I would use x, absolute value of x is greater or equal. Why equal? Because I include endpoints. Greater or equal than 4. Since the center at 0 was shifted 1 unit to the right, so now I'm going to show that by going x minus 1 absolute value is greater or equal than 4. And this is the solution. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. And in the next video, we will solve challenging equation using absolute value. Thank you for watching. I see you next time.